How's it going, YouTube? This is Alex from TVape TV in the studio with a very special video for you today. We have a ZEUS Arc tips and tricks video that is set to maximize the performance of your arc. We're gonna go deep into the arc. Why did I put that much sauce on it? We're gonna go deep into the arc and help you get the best experience every time. But first, if at any point you like this video, throw us a thumbs up, would you? If you really like it, hit subscribe to stay up to date on all of our latest. Without further ado, let's get into it. The Arc has been out since November of 2018 and it was crowned Product of the Year by O'Cannabiz in 2019. I have had one since the release and it is my daily driver, my go-to unit, my right-hand man, I'm out of things. It is a phenomenal, discreet, top-of-the-line, very functional unit that performs like a German sports car. And just like a German sports car, there are a couple of things you can do to maximize performance. Tip number one is to temp step. If you don't know what temp stepping is, I will demonstrate for you now. Start on temperature 1, finish the bowl to the best of your ability, bump it up to temperature 2, continue to draw from the bowl, and then bump it up to temperature 3 and finish off that bowl. In between these temp steps, I would recommend giving your bowl a little stir. There's a very easy way to do this with the Arc. Remove the mouthpiece, take your tool from the bottom, scoop the herbs up and out into the top of the unit, move them around a little, and then push them back into the chamber. The next one is that you can magnetically attach the mouthpiece to the bottom of the unit when you're out and about and want to give your bowl a stir. First, remove the tool from the bottom, then attach the mouthpiece magnetically to the bottom. Give your bowl a quick stir, replace the mouthpiece, put the tool back on the bottom, and you're good to go. Just a handy little trick for when you're at a concert, because you can do that legally now in Canada and some states. If you live in a place where it's illegal, please don't tell them I told you it was cool, because that's not going to get you anywhere. Next, if you're using the spacer, I would recommend putting it on the bottom of your herbs. I find the unit overall conducts heat better, airflow is a little better, and helps to prevent residue from clogging up the flow sync screen. The next tip we have for you is about the flow sync screen. If you'd like more airflow in your device, I would recommend that you remove that flow sync screen. Personally, I like airflow a little bit more opened up, and this trick works like a charm. It will allow a bit more residue to collect in your air path, but if you keep it clean, this shouldn't be an issue at all. In order to remove the flow sync screen, remove the mouthpiece and the tool. Take your flow sync tool, push it gently through the bottom, and very gently push down on the bottom of your unit, which will release the screen and the flow sync. I would recommend keeping the flow sync inside of the device just for that added protection. And it should just pop right back into the bottom of the chamber. If your draw feels a little restricted, I would recommend changing that flow sync screen, as they can get gummed up with residue, and flipping that out should greatly increase your airflow. As with most conduction units, make sure not to pack it too tightly. What I like to do after I've packed it is take the tool and poke a hole right down the center to the flow sync screen at the bottom to promote airflow through the middle of the herbs. Obviously, they're going to be cooking around the outside, so we just want a little bit of hot air flowing through for a more even distribution of heat. If you find the standard Arc temperatures a little too high for your taste, download the Arc Update application for your PC and update your Arc. Personally, I like the Iceborne setting, as I use this thing through my bong almost every single time. And on that note, let's talk about the water pipe adapter. The water pipe adapter is a less than $10 piece that I highly recommend that you try out. If you're a veteran of vaping, you'll know that vaping through a bong is unbelievable. And especially with the Arc, I think the addition of that, I think it's like $8 piece, is well worth your money. For those of you who haven't tried ripping a vaporizer through a bong, it is a completely different experience. You can rip absolutely massive clouds, and of course, it cools down the vapor greatly before it hits your lips. Quick shout out to Burnt Bongs for that bong I'm using up in the corner there. It is a absolutely phenomenal bong, and they are not paying me to say this in any way, shape, or form. Another quick tip: if your Arc gets a little warm for your taste, hold it in your closed fist for a couple of seconds. The heat will dissipate into your hand and will instantly cool down the unit greatly. The last tip I have for you today is about the heatsink. Do not use anything abrasive when cleaning the heatsink. I like to use a grime stick or a grime wipe or a Q-tip with alcohol or a paper towel with alcohol, something gentle to clean it off, because you do not want to scratch that gold. You want to keep it nice and shiny. Now, that being said, if you have a silicone dab tool, you can actually scoop the residue that forms under the heatsink back into your arc bowl for some built-in concentrate. And that's it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you learned something, tap that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe to stay up to date on all of our latest. If you think I missed anything, if you have any of your own cool arc tips and tricks, throw them down in the comments below. If you just don't like the way my voice sounds or the way my hair looks or the glasses I'm wearing, I'm just picking myself apart. Why am I doing this? Until next time, my name's Alex for TVape TV, and for all you connoisseurs out there, keep vaping.